We're counting down 15 soul songs from 1970 you'll never forget. And the #1 track? It lit up living rooms, dance floors, and hearts all at once.
And Mrs. Jones.
Come on, everybody sing. Don't you know, girl, I'll be there. Let me feel your heart.
Number 15, Let's Fall in Love All Over Again by Billy Paul.
One of the heaviest. His name is Billy Paul.
Before he became known for Me and Mrs. Jones, Billy Paul dropped this aching, overlooked gem in 1970.
And Mrs. Jones.
Backed by lush strings and Philly soul production, his voice aches with yearning. A man desperate not to start over but to reignite what's fading. The song's arrangement is pure elegance, building with emotional swells that feel like a plea wrapped in velvet.
So we can fall in love all over again.
It didn't chart like his later hits, but it became a quiet storm classic. A reminder that sometimes the softest soul cuts the deepest. You don't have to scream to make someone stay. But the next track, it did scream, and it made the whole country listen. Number 14, Express Yourself by Charles Wright and the Watts, 103rd Street Rhythm Band 1 bass line.
Said, let's greet them once again like you hadn't met them before. We'll do one more thing if it's all right, gentlemen. All right, once again, the Watts 103rd Street Rhythm Band.
One chant, a whole movement. Express Yourself wasn't just funky, it was freeing. Released at the height of black empowerment, it became a cultural call to arms.
Express yourself, express yourself, express yourself. Express.
Charles Wright wasn't preaching, he was inviting. With tight horns and gospel-infused rhythm, the track urged every listener to stop hiding, stop holding back, and speak their truth. Decades later, it's been sampled, remixed, and reintroduced, but no version hits like the original. 1970 needed this. And honestly, so do we. And coming up next, a love song so smooth, it made heartbreak sound like a slow dance. Number 13, Turn Back the Hands of Time by Tyrone Davis.
Darling, I'm so lonely without you.
Tyrone. Davis didn't just sing this song, he bled through it. With every word, he begs for one more chance. One More Yesterday. Released in early 1970, the track soared up the R&B and pop charts, powered by its infectious groove and heartbreaking vulnerability.
I was just trying to find something special to sing for all of the lovely ladies in the house tonight.
That soft snare, those melodic strings, and Davis's pleading voice made it an instant slow jam classic. It's not dramatic, it's desperate. The kind of song you only understand after losing something you'll never get back. And maybe that's why it still hits, because time won't turn back, but the song always will.
But you're the other hand that makes my life complete. If I had one more chance.
Next up, a Motown titan stepping out on her own with a voice like fire. Number 12, Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Diana Ross.
Singing one of her all-time greatest hits ever, here's superstar Diana Ross with Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
When Diana Ross left the Supremes, people wondered, could she stand alone? This track answered with thunder. Reimagined from the Marvin and Tammy classic, Diana's 1970 solo version turned the duet into a soaring, gospel-infused odyssey. The spoken word verses, the dramatic string build, the full-throated chorus. It wasn't just a song, it was a statement. She wasn't just surviving post-Supremes, she was transcending. It became her first #1 solo hit and a declaration of independence, power, and womanhood.
Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough.
She wasn't following the mountain anymore. She was the mountain. And you can become our #1 if you subscribe to the channel right now. But next, a group of brothers took the world by storm with 3 letters and a whole lot of soul. Number 11, ABC by the Jackson 5, 1970 was their year.
I think this is probably the first time this record has been played on the air, and it's about to be released. This thing called ABC.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you agree? The Jackson 5.
And ABC was the exclamation point. With Michael leading the charge, barely 12 years old and already a force of nature, the Jackson 5 unleashed one of the catchiest, most joyful records of the year. It was pure energy. Bouncing bass lines, hand claps, call and response hooks. But don't let the schoolyard theme fool you. This was polished Motown genius. ABC hit #1 on both the pop and R&B charts, knocking the Beatles off the top. That wasn't just impressive, it was historic. And if ABC made you dance, the next song made you feel all the way down to the morrow. Number 10, Patches by Clarence Carter Vivid.
My papa was a great old man. I can see him with a shovel in his hand. See,
They feel like memories. Patches is one of them. Clarence Carter tells the story of a poor Southern boy forced into adulthood after his father dies. It's raw, bluesy, and devastating.
Patches, I'm depending on your son to pull.
Backed by Muscle Shoals musicians and soaked in Southern soul, Carter doesn't just sing, he narrates a life. In 1970, this song resonated with working class listeners across racial lines. It won a Grammy.
2 days later, Papa passed away, and I became a man that day.
But more than that, it earned tears. Patches wasn't just a record, it was a eulogy, a prayer, and a promise. And next up, one of the most powerful voices in history, making it clear she could command you with a whisper. Number 9, Call Me by Aretha Franklin. By 1970, Aretha wasn't just the queen of soul, she was its heartbeat. And with Call Me, she gave us one of her most intimate performances ever.
And I am keeping you here in my heart.
Inspired by overhearing a couple say goodbye at an airport, Aretha crafted a song full of longing and tenderness. No fireworks, no vocal acrobatics, just a gentle piano, soft backing vocals, and a voice soaked in emotion. It reached #1 on the R&B charts and reminded the world that sometimes the quietest plea is the one that lingers longest. Call me, she whispers. And somehow, decades later, we still want to. But next, a protest track disguised as a funk jam and a band that knew how to move feet and minds. Number 8, Thank You, Falettinme be myself Agin by Sly and the Family Stone.
Sly and the Family Stone with one of their biggest hits.
Before the chorus even hits, the bass line has you. Sly and the Family Stone weren't just funky, they were radical. This 1970 chart topper, with its intentionally misspelled title, was a coded celebration of authenticity, resistance, and racial pride. Larry Graham's slap bass revolutionized funk. Sly's lyrics took jabs at conformity, oppression, and fake smiles, all while keeping dance floors packed. It was groove as gospel, rebellion you could party to. And for a year as explosive as 1970, no song captured joy and defiance in equal measure quite like this one.
Thank you for letting me be myself.
The return of a soul powerhouse who'd soon redefine what it meant to be a woman in love. Number 7, If I Were Your Woman by Gladys Knight and the Pips.
I'm damned if they haven't done it again with If I Were Your Woman. So let's have a final welcome.
This isn't a love song, it's a warning. Gladys Knight doesn't beg, she commands. Released in late 1970, If I Were Your Woman is dripping with soul, sass, and sadness.
One of our gold records, thanks to you. If I were your woman and you were my man.
Backed by the Pips' smooth harmonies and a slow-burning arrangement, Gladys delivers a performance that's equal parts pain and power. She's watching a man waste his love on someone else, and she knows she could love him better. It's vulnerable, but never weak. Just like Gladys herself, a soul classic that still cuts deep.
Cause she came first, darling. Will she hang on, darling?
And coming up next, a Jackson 5 track that didn't just top charts, it became a worldwide promise. Number 6, I'll Be There by the Jackson 5.
You and I must make a pact.
This was more than a hit, it was a vow. I'll Be There marked a turning point for the Jackson 5, trading bubblegum bounce for emotional depth. Michael's voice, still young but aching with wisdom, promises eternal loyalty, and you believe him.
Come on, everybody sing. Don't you know, girl, I'll be there.
Released in the fall of 1970, it became Motown's biggest single at the time, topping both the R&B and pop charts. It's tender, timeless, and universal. A song for breakups, weddings, funerals, for life. Even decades later, when Mariah Carey covered it, the spirit of the original still stood tall. It wasn't just a song, it was comfort.
Let me fill your heart.
But next, a slow jam built on heartbreak and a street that ran both ways. Number 5, Love on a Two-Way Street by The Moment, soft as silk and sharp as regret.
And love on a two-way street.
This track became an instant slow dance staple. With delicate piano lines and whispered harmonies, The Moments delivered a tale of love found and lost, all on the same street. Lead singer William Brown's falsetto is both fragile and unforgettable, drifting over strings that ache with memory. Released in 1970, it became a crossover smash, cementing The Moments as masters of quiet heartbreak.
And lost it on a lonely highway.
It's the kind of song that plays in the background while someone packs a suitcase. And somehow, it still breaks hearts today. But next, a political anthem disguised as a scream and a chorus that hit like thunder. Number 4, War by Edwin Starr.
On the back of your neck, stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome and enjoy Mr. Edwin Starr!
No subtlety, no metaphors, just truth. War exploded in 1970 like a Molotov cocktail hurled through a speaker. Originally recorded by The Temptations, Motown felt it was too controversial. So Edwin Starr took it, screamed it, and turned it into a protest anthem. War, huh? What is it good for? The answer echoed across the country. Absolutely nothing. With fairy horns, pounding drums, and Starr's volcanic delivery, the track became a rallying cry during the height of the Vietnam War. It didn't ask politely, it demanded, and America couldn't look away. We've got 3 unforgettable tracks left, and one of them helped seal Motown's legacy forever. Number 3, The Love You Save by the Jackson 5, If. ABC was their spark. The Love You Save was their blast-off. Released in mid-1970, this was the Jackson 5 at full throttle, urgent, electric, and unstoppable. Michael's voice was sharper, stronger, and already showing signs of the icon he'd become. But beneath the catchy hook and skipping beat, this was a song about danger. Stop. The love you save may be your own. It was youthful and fun, but also a warning wrapped in sugar, and it became their third consecutive #1 hit. By now, the message was clear. Motown had struck gold and the world was listening. Next up, a funk explosion that lit dance floors and flipped soul on its head. Number 2, I Wanna Take You Higher by Sly and the Family Stone. This wasn't just music. This was motion, madness, and musical rebellion. I Wanna Take You Higher didn't climb the charts as fast as other hits, but it spread. From campuses to clubs, it became the underground heartbeat of a generation itching for release. It's raw, it's ragged, it's ecstatic. The bass pounds like a pulse, the vocals trade off like fire. And Sly, he's not asking permission, he's dragging you into the rhythm. 1970 needed something to believe in. Sly gave them something to feel. If you're vibing with these deep soul cuts, don't forget to subscribe. We drop new videos every week celebrating the soundtracks that shaped our world, and we're just getting started.
Thank you for letting us be ourselves. Thank you.
Now, one last track, and it's more than just unforgettable, it's immortal. Number 1, Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I'm Yours by Stevie Wonder.
He's here tonight singing his latest hit song, the incredible Stevie Wonder. But yeah.
From the opening drum roll, this song explodes. At just 20 years old, Stevie Wonder co-wrote, produced, and arranged what would become one of Motown's most enduring anthems. Signed, Sealed, Delivered wasn't just a love song, it was a declaration of arrival. It was funky, sharp, confident, and it marked the moment Stevie stepped out from under the little Stevie shadow and into full creative control. It topped the R&B charts, cracked the pop top 5, and became a permanent fixture in American soul. To this day, you hear it in weddings, movies, campaigns. Stevie signed it. We received it. And we're still not giving it back. 1970 wasn't just a year of soul. It was a year of survival, protest, power, love. These songs weren't just on the radio. They were in the bloodstream of a generation. Which track still lives in your heart? Drop it in the comments. And if you want to go even deeper, don't miss our next countdown. 15 R&B soul songs from 1969 we'll never forget. Because the only thing stronger than memory is music. See you there.